What's up guys? I was recently watching the Badminton Experience YouTube channel with Anders Antonsen and Vittinghus, and there was a part in that video that really got me thinking. And that was when they were talking about Viktor Axelsen, and Anders said that he thinks that Viktor surpassed Lee Chong Wei, which is a huge statement.
But I think Viktor has surpassed Lee Chong Wei. I mean, with an Olympic gold and a World Championship gold. I mean...
Yeah, that's a bold statement.
I mean, I don't...
This really got me thinking, who has had the better career, Viktor Axelsen or Lee Chong Wei? Obviously Viktor's been playing incredibly good and crushing the men's singles scene recently, winning most of the tournaments he enters. He's going to win even more championships going forward. But let's say he retired now, who would go down as the most successful badminton player? One of the main reasons why on their podcast they put a case out for Viktor is because now he has an Olympic gold medal, a World Championship title, and he's also won the Thomas Cup, three of the biggest tournaments you can achieve as a badminton player, and all three of them Lee Chong Wei wasn't able to achieve. However, you then have Lee Chong Wei, a player who's consistently at the top. I mean, he even had a period of 199 consecutive weeks as world number one, from August 2008 to the 14th of June 2012. He also has 69 titles. Viktor hasn't even got close to that number yet. Lee Chong Wei wasn't able to win the gold at the Olympics, but he was able to get silver 3 times, which is still a massive accomplishment. Twice against the greatest of all time as well, Lin Dan, and another against another GOAT of the sport, Chen Long, where he lost to in the final. And that's another thing I should mention. Throughout Lee Chong Wei's career, he had some of the best competition to play against in men's singles, with Taoufik Kadiyat, Chen Long, Peter Gade, and of course Lin Dan. In every single major final, he was up against one of them usually. Whereas at the moment, in the men's singles, there isn't really that many other good players, and it's quite dominated by Viktor Axelsen. You could just say that shows how strong Viktor is at the moment, which is true, but his opponents have been so inconsistent. Like even Li Xia or Anthony Ginting, they've shown to lose in tournaments at early stages. And then Kenta Momota, who has an incredibly good record against Viktor, is now struggling after the injury he sustained a few years back. You have to remember, not taking anything away from Viktor, but his first All-England title back in 2020 was just after Momota's accident, which obviously stopped him from entering the tournament. Just before the All-England, Momota beat Viktor Axelsen in the final of the Malaysia Masters, with the second set being quite comfortable. So therefore, if Momota wasn't injured at that time, would Viktor Axelsen even won his first All-England title? Who knows? Although I would have to say Viktor Axelsen has worked incredibly hard and is significantly better now than he was back then. It all really comes down to it is if you think the biggest of titles are more important, or the longevity and the amount of titles that Lee Chong Wei won. It's so easy to forget how good Lee Chong Wei was over such a massive career, over 10 years of being at the top of that level of men's singles. Lee Chong Wei has won 4 All-England titles to Viktor's 2, 6 Japan Open Championships to Viktor's once. He then has 6 Hong Kong Open Championships and 5 Indonesian Open Champions. The list goes on and on for the amount of titles that Lee Chong Wei has won. But in my opinion, it comes down to what Anders and Vittinghus said on the podcast. Would you rather have Viktor's career or Lee Chong Wei's? And both of them said Viktor Axelsen's because he has won at the biggest of stages. And to be honest, I can't really disagree with them there. And especially because Viktor is only going to win more in his career going forward. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if he went on to win another Olympic gold. Viktor Axelsen has brought a whole nother level to his game in the last few years. But let's not forget he was the world number 1 back in 2017 and was a world champion after beating Lin Dan. He's one of the only players to have a winning record over Lin Dan with 4 wins and 3 losses. Although you could say Lin Dan was closer to the end of his career at that point. I think in general you just need to appreciate how good both of these players were. They will both go down as one of the greatest badminton men's singles players and have had such an incredible career. I would love to know your guys' thoughts there, and what do you think? Has Viktor Axelsen surpassed Lee Chong Wei, or does he still have some work to do? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to subscribe and like the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.